Former Finance Minister P. Chidambaram has said the reforms as promised by Prime Minister Narendra Modi were missing in the political general budget for the next fiscal. He said there were no new takeaways. Chidambaram said that the budget gave no relief to the taxpayer or the middle class. He also said if the government has abandoned the Gujarat model, then the Congress should welcome it wholeheartedly.
Its only virtue is that it has left every section equally disappointed. This is the third budget of the NDA government. The first two were forgettable. The Prime Minister had promised that he would reform to transform. The word reform is a little understood but much used word. Reform means reform of factor markets or product markets. There is little evidence of such reform in the budget. So the NDA has followed its own brand of budget making, which is just housekeeping and accounting. Thanks to the crash in oil prices, that required hardly any effort. The government boasts that it earned more tax revenues than it had budgeted at the beginning of the year. Three areas were crying for attention: the rural economy, private investments, and exports. The government seems to be unaware of the problems of the core sectors such as power, steel, coal, mining, cement, construction, and oil and gas. In these sectors, many projects are stranded and there is little new investment. Besides, there is a problem of high interest rates. I am disappointed that these issues were not addressed. Despite having an absolute majority in the Lok Sabha, government could not summon the courage to repeal the retrospective tax on capital gains, the so-called Vodafone tax. The tax proposals are a bag of miscellany that do not reveal any taxation philosophy or tax policy. In the financial sector, only 3 proposals of the FSLRC will be taken up for passing legislation. The direct taxes code seems to have been buried permanently. There is a lukewarm reference to the GST bills, but there is no promise of accommodating the legitimate criticism of the opposition. I don't think fiscal consolidation is the antithesis of growth. I think you can have fiscal consolidation and growth. In fact, between 2004 and 2009, if you go back and look at the 2007-8 numbers, we achieved fiscal consolidation, and that 5-year period was the highest growth in any 5-year period. In fact, the 10 years of the UPA was the highest decadal growth. So I don't think there is a contradiction between fiscal consolidation and growth. I think fiscal consolidation is necessary, and with fiscal consolidation, growth is also possible. That's our philosophy.
Powered by NNIS.